Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here. Hey, we've done a lot of really good series videos here, and we had such a good time. And I always post clips on Twitter and Instagram, and they're really small clips. So I thought I thought about just compiling them all and giving them to you so you guys can just kind of go through them and watch them. And this is a live stream, so what you're watching is just some clips from the old shows. All right, you always can go to thestratsoldier.com, check out the execution course, the Strat Trade Checklist course, unlocking broadening formations. If you don't know anything about trading, look at the ebook From Zero to Trading. All right. I also do the Strat Camp webinar. I also do one-on-ones. Go check that all out. And if you want everything on the website, go check out Combat Load. That's everything you need to do battle in these markets. I trade the Strat and teach the Strat just like it was taught by Rob Smith. All right. And what I do is show you how to trade the Strat with 3 universal truths: actionable signals, time frame continuity, and broadening formations. So you know what is happening with the price action, when to trade it, and when to leave it alone. All right. This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Let's check out these clips and take some notes. You might be reminded of some lessons that you might have forgotten. All right, let's do it.
Anyway, 3-1-2 continuation up. I didn't get in on this. The next hour opens up inside bar. Third hour opens up at and starts trading above 237.41. That's your entry. That's how you can do that, Jimmy. All right. And then for people that got in and on this bar, okay, let's just say you guys are trading plan, you got in on that 2-2 reversal up on the day. This inside bar becomes your add. That's when you add. Okay. This inside bar at 12:30. That's when you add. Woo! I have all 4 time frames up when I trade: the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. This shows me time frame continuity. All right. Time frame continuity. And with time frame continuity, it's not about the scenario. It's about green and red. That's it. Green and red. All right. Good morning, Susie Q. It's all right. It's all right. We're just now getting into the good stuff. It's not about the scenario. It's about green and red. I had right now, what you are seeing is conflict on the screen. Early, Rob says, talk about 1 cent stops. Okay, 1 cent stops below the, when Rob talks about 1 cent stops, and I don't have, there's no buy and sell tabs on TrendSpider just yet. But when he's talking about 1 cent stops, he's saying 1 cent below the bid. He's saying 1 cent below the bid. Okay, that's how, and he's saying that for the brand new people coming in. Okay, 1 cent below the bid. Not 1 cent below your entry. I was getting that wrong for a long time too. I was putting my stops 1 cent below my entry, and it gets stopped out immediately. Like, like, what am I doing? This is dumb. We don't wait. We do not wait till it breaks out of the broadening formation and then buy. That's not what we do. We trade reversals within the broadening formation. Roger, makes sense? We don't buy right here. We don't say, oh, there it is. It bounced off the bottom of the broadening formation. It bounced. Now it's time to get in. No. Is there a reversal there? Yes or no? Okay. Yes, there's a reversal. Now we get in. Okay. Trade reversals. All right. This is a good one. All right. GE. The reason why, again, traders are emotional. All right. So they get in, they see, okay, I made some money on this. GE opens up at $89. The very first hour, gap up. All right. And it continues to buy. Don't get the FOMO. Just wait. Wait for the 2-2 reversal back down. I'm gonna shrink these charts down in just a second, because this is full time frame continuity up to the upside. All right. What you could do is look for the 2-2 reversal back down. Bam. Right here at 93. Once you see this 2-2 reversal happen, 93.39 at $93.35, you can start shorting that. That it went to the lows all day that day. Now, so if you're into the Strat, if you know the Strat, definitely time frame continuity.
That's how you're going to identify the trend, is through time frame continuity. Okay. Then you're going to match it up with the broadening formation. Then you're going to, so we can profit from the trend, you're going to look for actionable signals. Okay. If you're not a stratter, or you're just now getting into the strat, or you don't know much about trading at all, you can use trend lines. Okay. Again, look at that 2-2 reversal back up. They're starting to step in here. All right, now the Fed's been fed with us. All right, this is November, December, January, February, March. All right, now this is April. All right, so what we're looking for is the retrigger up right now 409.19, but we're looking for a retrigger above 410.12. $410.12, and the magnitude on that is 1831. 418.31. All right, 418.31. The next target is 431.60. All right, we've been talking about 431.60 for a long time. Why? Because of the quarterly. We didn't get the magnitude. I was talking about that here. 2-2 reversal back up on the quarter. Here's our new quarter. We're inside. We're looking for a 2-2 continuation on the quarter. Again, the magnitude of that is 431.49. All right, see how that works? These bars become an outside bar of these bars. Okay, one more time. I'm spending a lot of time on the indexes. Okay, a lot of people want to talk about individual names because that's what they're sitting in, or that's what they're looking at for next week. If you can learn how to understand what the indices are doing, you'll be able to find the trades that look exactly like the indices. Okay, the indexes. But right there it is. You guys saw me draw it. I'm not making this up. These bars become an outside bar of these bars. There is a, all right. So our first target's 418.31. We have not hit that yet. We come very close, but we have not hit that yet. All right. Why not? All right. A lot of the Fed's fed with us. And then once the Fed starts talking about, raising interest rates, then we have jobless claims come out, and then we have CPI, which is Consumer Product Index, and then we have PPI, which is Production Price Index. It's just they all correlate, and it's just a measure of inflation. And on these weeks when there ain't no economic data coming out, traders are trading. All right, institutional buyers are going to the highs, but you got to look at yourself as a trader that's riding the trend. Okay, all right, you got to be able to identify the trend. Very important. Was the absolute high on that? You can see these months though. We look at time frame continuity. Look at the month, the week, the day, and the 60. So going to the upside on the month. All right, we got buyers in here. Then I look at the weeks. We had a hammer in force on the week. I have been trading Amazon. It's been going well. I was not in for this move because this week was still inside. All right, that's okay. It's okay that I missed this. That's fine. Why? Because there's always another trade, and there's more room on Amazon to the upside to go. This ain't done. All right, so I do not have to worry about missing this trade. There's always another trade. So that's a lesson for you guys. Don't beat yourself up because you're not getting in on all this stuff. On the weekend shift, I did say. Go to the quarterly just for funsies, because you can do that in TrendSpider now. 3-2 up. 3-2 up. Look at that. 3-2 up. Not a lot of stocks doing that. Go where the buyers are. Go where the buyers are. Stop trying to, well, there's no reason why I want to buy way up in here. That's dumb. Is it? because it's got a lot more room to go. All right. Once it gets up past 182, then you can tell me it's dumb. All right. Are you trying to make money or not? I'm trying to make money, and I ride the trend. All right. I trade the trend. But you want to manage that 4 hour, you want to manage this 4 hour trade on the 60s. That way you can push your stops up so you get, if you get stopped out, you get stopped out with profit. Now, right now, this is a good trade. And no reason to get out. But you want to use your 60s to manage that. All right? You start with the big time frame. Use the smaller time frame to manage that. All right, that's in my execution course. That is in my execution course. Check out my execution course at thestratsoldier.com. I always get questions about how do I get in, when do I get out, and then how do I stay in the trade. That's the execution course. All right, with anything on thestratsoldier.com, you have email access to me. Ask me all the questions, send me all the charts. We will get you where you need to be. We also. But what I'm trying to emphasize is that, yes, this shows you the color of the chart, and this shows you the color of the chart, but it doesn't show you what's really happening on the chart. Because next week, we're more than likely going to go 2-2 reversal down on the daily. It's going to be a short week next week. The market's closed on Monday, and the market is more than likely going to open up at 439. If it opens up at 439, that's going to be an inside day. Excuse me, that's going to be an inside week. All right? If it just opens up and doesn't go anywhere, where it's at, that's going to be an inside week. Okay? Inside week. Now, your little script indicator at the bottom of your screen is going to show that the week is red. If you're a day trader, that maybe that's all you need. I just need to know the week's red so I can get these puts. But for swing traders, you're like, okay, what's the market really doing? It's just inside week. No reason to panic. Let's see what they do. All right, let's let them take their profits, and then let's see if we continue the primary trend of the highs. All right, that little script indicator is not going to show you inside week. It's not going to. You need to be able to look at all these time frames. If you're not looking at all four Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here. This is specifically for my Instagram folks. How you guys doing? Hopefully things are going well. Let's check out the charts right now for SPY. All right, SPY it's just continuing to trade to the highs. That's good. We got a new quarter, so let's switch this thing to the quarterly chart, and we're looking for anything with actionable signals on the quarter. SPY, looking for some 2-2 continuation on that. Dow Jones, looking for a 2 up on that. It did end 2 up on the quarter, but we want to see some buyers get in there. Dow Jones was just trading sideways. QQQ, they've been stepping back in the QQQ. That's good. We want to see those buyers in here continue it to the highs on the quarter. Let's go down to the sectors. XLU inside quarter. This is a defensive ETF, so it's okay. This thing's trading sideways, not really going to mess with it. XRT, retail, hammer on the quarter. That's what I'm talking about. Hammer on the quarter. Are these buyers continuing to work this thing? We want to see that, all right? XLK, almost at all-time highs, but we want to find those stocks in this holding and in this ETF and find those buyers in there, okay? We want to find those people that are not at all-time highs. XLE, inside quarter right now. It could go either way. With seasonality, do gas prices keep going up? Or with the way the charts are and the way people are investing, is XLE going to start going to lows? Labu with biotechs, a lot of stuff going to the downside. With healthcare, look at healthcare inside quarter now. Double inside stuff. Well, it's inside. It's about to go. That's not what we do, okay?
We're not looking for double inside stuff. Right now, this thing is stuck trading sideways. We want to see if this thing goes 2 up or 2 down. If it continues to trade sideways, I'm not touching it. It's all stuck in this quarter right here. It's all stuck in this bar. XLP with consumer staples has a shooter on the quarter, closer going to the downside. All right. So that's good. That's a quick rundown of what's going on in the charts. Get in there. Check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my execution course. Check out my strat trade checklist. And if you don't know anything about trading and you want a quick, easy guide to get started, check out my ebook From Zero to Trading. It comes with a bonus vid. Get in there. Start right. All right. There's a lot of people out here screaming about buy this and buy that and all this stuff. No. Let's create those winning positions. All right. Let's make decisions that's going to get us in the right direction. Step in the right direction. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. There I am. There's them charts. Woo! All right. SPY. All right. We had a gap up on the day yesterday and it did not stop. It did not stop. You could be like, oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. I missed the gap. Or gaps do not negate the strat. I will not stop saying that. That started in 2021, and I will not stop saying that. Gaps do not negate the strat. All right. So this thing gapped up. Oh, it negated my entry. I wanted to get in. Don't worry about it. Hold on. When things gap up, we look for the 2-2 reversal back down. All right. And we look for the reversal back down. But guess what? Buyers are in here. They took some profits. Here's your first hour, second hour, third hour. This thing closes as a hammer. If you did not get in on any of this, now you have a hammer. You have an actionable signal to get in on this thing. Now it goes 2-2 reversal up on the 4th hour right at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time at 4:43:05. Boom. You are in. All right. Now, they did have some profit taking on the last hour, so you would have to figure out, where am I getting out at? Am I swing trading this thing? What am I doing? All right, but that's how you get in. The winning spirit is baked into the strat. Okay, we don't just look at this thing and go, oh, we missed it. We don't do that. All right, now don't want. Like I said this in the beginning. I said this back in February and March, that the institutional buyers are sick of the downside. They're sick of the downside. They want to make some money, and they used AI to make that excuse to say, now we're buying. All right. Remember, I said we're going to get it once we get above 418 on the month. That's going to be, it's going to let everybody know it's time to buy. And it hit that. All right. Then I said, once it gets above 431, that's going to let everybody know it's go time. And that's what's been happening since we hit that, price in June. All right. We hit 431 and we have not stopped going down. That doesn't mean trading has been easy. All right, because we've been dealing with a lot of gap ups and a lot of gap downs. We've been dealing with a lot of Fed news. We've been dealing with a lot. All right, so if you've been going long on things like Nvidia, Apple, any of the tech stocks. Well, not any of them, but a lot of the tech stocks. You've been doing well. XLE is trying to go back to the highs as we speak. They're trying to get that thing. Once it becomes a 3, once a 3, always a 3, can't not be. Time to start making different decisions. All right, and that all happened on the 60s right here on the 60s. Hammer in force. Oh my gosh! And what does it do? It reconfirms. Hammer in force, 2-2 reversal up on the day. Hammer in force, 2-2 reversal up on the 60s, and it creates inside and up on the day, which reconfirms green on the day. They were buying. Okay, and this week, not necessarily fully green. You know what I mean? The week and the day, the week and the month, I can't remember if they were green or red, but not a lot going on here. All right, so the buyers were on the 60s and the daily. All right, so you could have took this. All right, you could have worked this, saying, okay, I know they're buying today, and I know they're buying it right now. I know they're buying it today on the daily chart, and I know they're buying it right now based on the 60s. All right, that is a truth. That is happening. There's a lot of stuff on the chart here. Let me get some of this stuff taken off, so it's easier to see my charts. The month is still inside on the month. Nothing really to scream at, but if these weeks start turning around, it's going to start bringing it back up. All right, it's going to start bringing it back up. Will we get an outside month? Way too early to tell. Way too early to tell. But we do have earnings season coming up next week. All right. Fed talk wrecked everything this week. It wrecked a lot of good setups. But there was some stuff to the upside. SPY now ending as a hammer on the week. Hammer on the week. It goes in force at 431.13. 431.13, and the magnitude of that thing is 445.34. Wow, 445.34. What's that going to put us? That's going to put us like right about here on the month. 445, right there on the month. Oof. Wow, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. Amazon. AMZN, Amazon. All right, blast into the eyes. All right, very good movement there. And then again, if you did not get in on the very first, you're like, okay, I'm not holding through earnings. That's okay, because you had a chance to get in at 171. There's your inside bar. All right, it took 3 hours for this thing to set up, but that would have got you in on all this. Okay, and then the best thing about this is, it's still got room. It's not at all-time highs. It's still got room. 188. All right. 188, 189. All right. 188.98. But right here, here's your 60s. All right. All right. You're sitting here going, all right, I know there's only 3 ways anything can trade. It's already 2 up, and we're trying to see if this thing goes down, and it doesn't. It ends as an inside bar. On the 60s, now that it's closed, it becomes an actionable signal. All right, I'm waiting. Where do I get in at? Bam, right here, right above 171, and my stop is about 170.54. All right, if you're trading options, you might want to tighten that up, but if you're trading shares, bam, you're in. All right, now it doesn't do much the rest of the day, but this very first move, very good. All right, you could have just took the profit on that and walked away. All right, but if you're swing trading, you're in. You're in that mug now. All right, you're in it now. All right, here's my fake candles. All right, so don't you be getting on Twitter and talking about screenshotting this and talking about Strat soldiers measuring candles that are not even on the charts. This is an example for you, okay? All right, kicking pattern is going to look like this. All right, that means I should probably have 3. It's going to let me copy. Did I do that last time? I think it let me do it. Clone rect. It did. Oh, I love Trend Spider. All right, so kicking patterns go like this. All right, you got some selling going on, and then the next candle opens up like this. All right, this is pre-market stuff. All right, kicking pattern. So anybody who is in here making money as it's going to the downside, got some more puts. Tomorrow's going to be great, and then the market opens up like that. Automatically a loser in the morning. All right, automatically. Not even. Do not pass go. You're going straight to jail. All right, bad. You're losing all your money on this kicking pattern. But what you do is you cut your losing position if you're in that. And then if you weren't in that at all, kicking pattern, you can look for anything above this opening price right here. All right, now where do you put your stops? You can put your stops at the low of the day right here. All right, or you can put your stop down here. But what you're not going to do is put your stop way down here. You're not doing that. Chart. Look at the yearly chart. All right. Do we like stuff like that? Yes, we do. So we're gonna put that on the macro list. All right, the macro list. Palantir. Rob, I wish you were still here because he would be cracking up right now. You know what? Honestly, Rob would probably just say, "Nice broadening formation you got there." That's the only thing he would say. So shout out to Dan Ershman, the CEO of TrendSpider. I got interviews back in 2022 of me laughing at Dan about buying Palantir and just loading up on Palantir, and he looks at the screen and goes, hey, it's a good company. It's so funny. I'll see if I can retweet it today. You want to talk about guts. You don't laugh at the guy that's that's kind of daggone sponsoring your show, but it was like, come on, why are you buying this? Oh, that's the Strat in me. Sorry about that. Anyway, he's winning. He made all his money back and some. Months, not doing a whole bunch, all right, but it's still hanging in there. Here's the weeks. Hammer in force right here. It went in force at 488.45. All right, remember, in force means the price is trading above the actionable signal. All right, people always mix up the definitions of things, and definitions of things matter. All right, in force means the current price is above the actionable signal. All right, and so far this was great. All right, and it hit magnitude. QQQ, which is our laggard, did go 2-2 reversal in force. There's a hammer right there, hammer in force. If you need help with actionable signals and know what actionable signals are, go check out my execution course at thestratsoldier.com. That's where I teach you how to look for buys and sells, all right? Using actionable signals. Hammer right here. Hammer goes in force above 488.63, and the magnitude, which is our first target, is at 493.84. That's easy to see when you know what you're looking for in the Strat. 2-2 reversal back up. All right, go. He wants to talk about crowd. Give me some crowd strike in the house. Crowd. Let's see here. Look at this. Buyers on the month. All right, very good. All right, I talk about buyers. Let's go to the week. All right, crowd. There's that level of reclaim. Oh my goodness, that's fake. Its level of reclaim is fake. Oh, really? That looks like it came to the top of this broadening formation on a smaller time frame, hit the top of that, and then started reversing back down and kind of bouncing around in here. Now we want to see if it gets through this one, this next level of reclaim right here, Marlon B. Bam, from 365 up to 398. All right. They gave me so much flack about these levels of reclaim, and guess what? They're teaching it now. All right, and this is from Rob Smith. I did not make this up. Let's see here. What are our PSAR? What's the PSAR look on this thing? Look like on this thing. All right, we got some. They're still buying this. We got some more buyers in there. It's still cooking. Let's see here. Still doing good. No action. It's a hammer. It is a hammer. It is a Momo hammer. I'll put it on the weekly watch list. Thank you so much. Marlon B knows what I like to look at. All right, bam. There's some more meat on them bones. All right, there's some more meat on them bones. From 365 up to 398, that's good. All right, he also wants to talk about unlocking broadening formations. It's live right now at thestratsoldier.com. Get in there. It's going to be, because everybody has issues with broadening formations. Why we use them, how we use them, how to draw them, when do we look at them, how many do we have on the chart, why do we even use these things? Come on now, get in there. Unlocking broadening formations. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun, and we're going to get rid of all the questions you have about broadening formations. Get in there. All right. right? A throwback that's a throwback is what you actually mean. You don't mean a pullback, you mean a throwback, but no one's teaching you anything, so you're just saying what everybody else says. All right, so here's the trend. Go into the highs, all right, trending, all right. Then we have some resistance, there's some sell down, shooter and force to the downside. Okay, I want you to be able to talk like that with any other trader, no matter their style. All right, shooter and force to the downside. All right, this is good. No one can dispute that that is actually happening. All right, but in this trend, you have this sell off, and then the trend continues. All right, back up to where it was. This is a throwback, not a pullback. Well, I'm going to wait till a pullback to buy it. You're saying the wrong stuff. All right, it's a throwback. All right, it's throwing back to, we had the resistance. It's sold off. Throws back to the middle, the mean, the middle of the price range. All right, you can use ATR to find that as well. But this is a throwback, and then you find that here's that 2-2 reversal up at 580.14. Now Angie's getting in. Now Barley B's getting in. Now Gulliver's Travel's getting in. All right, I see the chat rolling. Just give me a second here. Now they're getting in. All right. Because they see that 2-2 reversal up. Again, this is a throwback. There's a trend, all right? There's some resistance, sell off, all right? But then it resumes the trend back to the upside. Throwback. Stop saying pullback on the wrong terms, all right? Stop doing that. You What you can do with Tesla is put it up on your it's already there, 2 up on the month list, because it's 2 up on the month. I'm organizing my information, all right? So a high probability trade is something that's 2 up on the month, has an actionable signal on the week, preferably an actionable signal on the day. That's combinations. So let's just say it was an inside week and a hammer on the day. All right, and it's already green on the month. That will let you know, okay, there's buyers in this mug. That's awesome. And I have a way in here. I have a scenario 3 that did take the price down, and they're coming back up. And I'm looking for this 3-2 up. All right, now that's a pretty aggressive strategy because there's a scenario 3 here and it could get stuck in here. But I know if this participation group this week trades above this 3, that means the buyers are more aggressive than these sellers. I know where to go. All right. And then let's say I know for a fact this is a 2 down, and this is a high probability for this to go 2 up on the day. Once it starts trading above, let's make this yellow for this demonstration. Obviously this episode is going to be a little bit longer because I'm teaching, so it's a little bit slow. Top right. All right, at 342.55. At 342.55, I got a buy order for some shares. I'm getting in. Now for trade options, you know what to do. You picked one that's a month out. You picked one that has good delta, anything above 4, and you want to trade something in the money. If you got the money, honey. All right. Now 2-2 reversal back up. Boom. I'm in. This thing is in force. In force, meaning to this day is trading above my actionable signal. This is working. All right. Boom. I don't have to ask nobody. I don't have to wonder. This thing is working. On these 60s, it's red. It got red in here. It sunk down a little bit. Throwback. All right. Throwback a little bit. Corrective activity. Triangle it out a little bit. But no reason to get out. Why? Because my entry's down here. No reason to get out. No reason to get out. I need some help. So I'm going to use my PSAR, my parabolic stop and reverse, something or I've also taught. I don't have to get out. I don't have to get out. I still don't have to get out because it has not flipped, all right? All I have to do is monitor my trade. That's a high probability trade. I talk about PSAR in the Strat execution course, all right? I know I'm talking a little slow, but you asked me a good question. This is what a high probability trade looks like. This is you getting in on a 2-2 reversal back up. with something that you can handle. If you can handle swing trading options, good for you. All right, work it. All right, I'm shares. This is me. This is you looking at your trades and then working on Thanksgiving dinner. All right, because you don't have to wonder. This is you getting in on this trade and going picking up the kids because you got your stop set. I don't have to worry about it. Shut my laptop. This is you going up and taking the grandkids to the zoo because you promised them, even though you got the day off and this will be a great day to trade some stuff. I'm gonna go pick up my grandkids and we're gonna go go see these penguins at the zoo. All right, this is freedom. This is how you trade. Freedom meaning you're not attached to the screens. You're not just wondering. You're always looking at your phone. You're with your kids. You're with your grandkids or your kids, and you're just like, man, I should have just bought calls on Tesla. I know I should have bought calls. You're not doing that. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, yeah, that's crazy. I know you. I see you up there. Be careful, don't fall. I'm just gonna buy some more shares. I'm just gonna buy some more calls. I know it's got to work. I'm gonna buy some more calls. They told me it would work. You ain't doing that. You're looking at, you get your entry. You are looking at your Oh, okay. I'm in. Good. Let's go get some popcorn. Let's go look at some more animals. All right. Then you're looking at, oh, beep, beep, beep. Oh, I got another alert. Oh, I got stopped out. Stop that with profit. All right. Heck yeah. Now let's go touch the sharks. You only use 2 fingers at the zoo to touch the sharks. Don't get in trouble. Use your whole hand or splash the water, they kick you out. So, but that's what real freedom looks like when you're trading, all right? All right? If you're sweating, if you're constantly looking at your phone, I've been there. If you're constantly looking at your phone, constantly wondering what's going to happen next, that's information overload. That's what that feels like. And you are not in winning trades when you do that.
Unlocking broadening formations. It's live right now at thestratsoldier.com. Get in there. It's going to be, because everybody has issues with broadening formations. Why we use them, how we use them, how to draw them, when do we look at them, how many do we have on the chart, why do we even use these things? Come on now, get in there. Unlocking broadening formations. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun, and we're going to get rid of all the questions you have about broadening formations. Get in there. All right. XLE. I love this because I did not change these charts. I did not augment these at all. I put this line here and it continued to the highs. All right. Go look at things that are in energies. There's a simultaneous break in energy stocks right now. All right. Go look at it. All right. It is still inside month. Let's go to the week. Here's your level of reclaim on the week. It got back through all of this. All right. It started at $87.53. Got back through all of this. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful. And then hits the top of the broadening formation. All right, right here, top of this level of reclaim right here. Now this right here, trying to get to $98. This sub try right here. So what you can do is, you don't want to draw a whole bunch of these, but what you can do is go, okay, this is what we're looking for. All right, there's that sub try. The smaller broadening formation within the bigger broadening formation. Now, how do we deal with all these broadening formations? Do I just draw hundreds of them, Strat Soldier? No. You can just mark the previous 3s. All right, we know that's a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. That's how we simplify all of this. All right, and I talk about that in unlocking broadening formations. All right, so XLE to the highs again. There it is. There's your buyers on the daily. There's your money flow to the tippy top. Here's your 60s. Oh my gosh, beautiful. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you want your trades to look like. IBB, give me 5 more minutes on this. But IBB. It's not doing much. All right, so that was pretty funny. That was funny, but okay, I want you to let's watch this together. All right, here's NVIDIA. Okay, here's the month, here's the weeks, here's the day in the 60s. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to SMH. Semiconductors. I like to call it shaking my head. It's a funny thing. All right, pretty much the same chart. Pretty much the same. This is how you're going to match your ETF with the stocks in that ETF. All right. If they're not doing the same thing, either you got natural buyers in a stock where they're like, they don't care, they're just buying NVIDIA, for example, and then the rest of semiconductors doing nothing. Remember my example of XLE. We'll just tab down XLE and you'll see all the stocks pretty much going to the highs. So right now SMH doing nothing, NVIDIA doing nothing. All right, but it is a possible 2-2 reversal back up for next week. That's not. I'd rather see this as a hammer. All right, because that would show that the buyers are really wanting to get in this. But 2 down, 2 up. Let's see what they want to do. We'll put that on the weekly watch list. I already cleared it. Let's see here. Now let's go to the weekly watch list. We talked about Procter & Gamble. Hammer on the month, but shooter on the week. We want to see what goes in force on this. The month or the week. PDD, shooter on the month. Shooter on the week, 0-3 on the month. So it could go 3-2 up. We'll see what they want to do here. All right. Do the buyers really want to be in here? NEE, inside week. All right, hammer on the month, inside a week. All right, the buyers could be in here. And Lilly, this is not a weekly signal, but Lilly has a potential 2-2 reversal back up on the month. I want to see if it goes in force. KMI, shooter on the month. No actionable signal for next week, but I want to see if this shooter goes in force on the month. HD, shooter on the week, goes in force at 410, and the magnitude's 387. Double DOG, D-Dog, shooter on the week. Cisco is Cisco is hammer on the week. Cisco is also on the macro charts. So let's go to the year. It is 3-2 up on the year. All right. It is all-time highs. Doesn't mean we need to be afraid of it. It just means it's jammed with buyers. ARM, there's some buyers in here. All right, there's some buyers in here, and it's potential 2-2 reversal back up above 162. The magnitude's 183. That's awesome right there. Buy some shares. All right, but if you trade options, you can do that too. So that's our weekly watch list right here. There's our weekly watch list. I already updated it. If you imported my weekly watch list into your TrendSpider, your list changed on your side automatically. All right, so So let's do it. Let's talk about what Sand Dollar wants to talk about. He wants to talk about OKLO. And did we talk about that on the weekend shift? We did. All right, we did. Now I think it was last week, the week before, maybe it's still on the yep. There it is. There it is. Did we talk about that? Yes, we did. Green on the month. Green on the week, and then green on them days. Beautiful, beautiful.
Perfect.
Where's my sound at? Give it to me.
Perfect.
That's it. Perfect. You say it proud. Perfect. We talked about a 2-2. Let's go to the months. Let me calm down just a hair. We talked about the month. We talked about this thing already being 2-2 reversal up on the month, and we put it in our 2 up on the month watch list. Why? Because we organized our stocks by condition. All right, we organize them by condition, so when the market's to the highs, we know what to do. When the market's going to the lows, we know where to go, we know what to look for. All right, AOKLO. Still haven't done any research on this one. I don't know what it is. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. But if you were on TrendSpider, you can open up news, all right? And it'll tell you all the news. All right, somebody out here, they hiked the price target up to 45 bucks. All right, you can see all the news right here. Bloomberg News, Benzinga News right here in TrendSpider for free. And so right here, we talked about a possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week, and that's exactly what happened. Went in force above $26.80. Ended the week at $41.82. My goodness. All right. Yes, you could have made money just buying some shares with that. Just buy a few and you would have made some money. That's dang near a $20 move right there. Come on now. Now, for the people that trade options, I'm sure you bought something that was either at the money, all right, and some time, at least at minimum 2 weeks out for your expiration date, at a minimum. But there's people that do it closer. Those people know what they're doing, all right? If you're a brand new trader, stick to the stocks. Stick to the stocks. You could have made money with this buying common shares. Woo! Woo! Get me excited already, Sand Dollar. This was a great one for the weekend shift watch list. Time you trade, you're going to be like, maybe I'll just YOLO into this one, and then you will get wrecked. All right. Here's Billy. Oh, there he is. Here's Billy right here. He knows what to get. He knows when to get in. Billy knows when to get in. He gets in on that 2-1-2 reversal back up. He's like, put that money in there. Put it in there.